This episode of Tokyo Ghoul was pretty good. I liked it. Uh, it was action heavy, which is nice since this is episode 4, which means since there's only 12 episodes, we're already one third through, and uh, I wish they did 24, but since I've heard this isn't full adaptation of the manga, but there's some adaptation in it, that we're getting another season anyway. So, uh, I guess I'll just get back to the episode. We find out Amon was actually raised by a ghoul, that priest guy, and that priest is pretty old. So I want to know, like, pretty much I thought ghouls didn't age at the normal rate, because that priest is really old. I mean, the oldest ghoul besides him is the one at Anteka who does like the coffee and all that, and uh, I guess that kind of brings the relations to Amon and Kaneki together, since Kaneki is half ghoul since he has Rize in him, and since Amon was raised by a ghoul, they have that kind of similarity. So I hope that plays into part later on. And since this is they were holding like I think it was C to SS rank, kind of like you are the little rankings that they always are. But in the prison break, when the fodder ghouls were jumping down and the humans were shooting at them, I mean they're just fodder, so I didn't care. But I was surprised that they were dying to like just the regular bullets. But it didn't really matter to me. And we see I forgot her name, Mato's kid that's on Amon's team, use her little whip thing, and she actually kind of knows how to fight. I mean, we know that she like #1 of her class and whatnot, but it was cool to see her fight. She wasn't like holding Amon back for the most part until she got bitten, and good thing this isn't a zombie thing, or else she would have turned into a ghoul. But since it's just ghouls, I had to remind myself when I watched that. When I saw that part, I was like, oh, wait, oh no, they were just like eating her. So it's not that big of a deal as long as they get out, since they can just use some medicine and whatnot. But we see Kaneki fight. I think the guy's name is Shachi, that they try and that they're going to go rescue. I mean, I think they were just releasing all the ghouls they could, but I think they went particularly for him, and he sensed Rize, and I'm like wondering, like, why does every ghoul know Rize, and like what did she do in her life to like have all these enemies or boyfriends or whatever, people that just don't like or know her. So they start fighting, and in the beginning it looked kind of even. I mean, Shachi was way more buff and obvious in that, but Kaneki, once he turned white hair, he shitted on Jason. So I didn't really know what to expect until a minute later, where he just, I mean, Shachi was just, I mean, in every attribute, speed, power, he gives him that punch that Kaneki gave Jason at the end of season 1, and I was just like, I literally like, I started laughing, like, not like an evil laugh. I was just like, dang, like, that's kind of ironic how I mean, it didn't like hurt Jason as much as this punch, as Shachi's punch did to Kaneki, but I mean, when you get those punches to the gut, that just looks bad. And we see Ayato and that guy, one of the police dudes, or one of the humans. I don't even remember what group they are. And but he actually has that armor. Is Ayato's dad, and Ayato apparently doesn't really care about their Toka or his dad, or their dad, since their Toka is his sister. But it seemed like he was getting a little emotional, so I'm thinking he's just putting up an emotional front and putting up that wall, like how when Kaneki told him to shut up, I'm talking, which was badass. And on episode 1 of the season, he told Ayato he knows that he's there to protect, and we didn't get to hear Ayato's response because that other ghoul grabbed him. But I mean, this cliffhanger, when you see Kaneki at the end telling that he needs to be stronger to protect the people he loves and cares about, like the people at Anteku, his human friend, and all of them, you see something growing out, and from what I mean, I don't even, I kind of can guess what it is, and I've also been kind of told what it is, but I mean, I don't know what it is with these like, this cliffhanger was pretty big, since I don't read the manga. Even though I've been somewhat spoiled, I don't even know what it looks like, so I cannot wait till next week, because this episode was pretty good. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10, but next week, I don't know what it is with episode 4, but on Attack on Titan, at the end of episode 4, we see the Colossal Titan at the very end, and Eren like jumps up, you got that dramatic music, and he's like, long time no see, and all that. And on this episode 4, we have Kaneki at the very end looking like he's going through another transformation, which means another power up. So that I cannot wait for next week's episode. That's probably gonna be so good. But that's all I have. Let me know your thoughts of this episode down below. I didn't really have much to talk about since it was just like pretty much action based. Oh, I forgot about the kid with the stitches. I think he's probably the strongest human in the show right now, because he was chopping up ghouls left and right with Juzo's Jason, his coin key, and he's about to. Apparently he says he's gonna kill those two half ghouls, the eye patches, or the one-eyed ghouls, and it seems like, well, he did know them because he called them by their names, so I'm assuming he knew them in their human life. But yeah, overall, I liked the episode. It was pretty good. As I said, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts below, and I'll catch you guys next week. Cannot wait for next week's episode. Later, guys. Have a great day.